Stop stressing over meat pies. You don't need to start from scratch every single time. I'm going to show you how to freeze your pies for weeks and still bake them like they were made today. Juicy, fresh, and flaky. Let's get started. You're going to start by sifting your flour. I recommend you always sift your flour. This is 3 cups of flour. Its equivalent is 375 grams of flour. So after sifting this flour, I'll go in with some salt. This is half teaspoon of salt. Go ahead and mix this properly till very well combined. I used half teaspoon of salt because I'm going to be using salted butter. But if you're using unsalted butter, you're going to need 1 full teaspoon of salt. So this butter I'm using is very cold. It's cold butter. I recommend you cut your butter into tiny bits so that it will be easier for you to work with. This is 200 grams of cold butter. So use your hands and mix this properly. Make sure to mash the butter in properly to prevent having big chunks of butter later on in your dough. When you're done mixing this, it should look like breadcrumbs and feel like wet sand. I like to make a little well in the middle. Just make a little well in the middle just like this and go in with very cold water. I started off with 1/3 cup of water and I'll keep adding the water bit by bit till a dough is formed. Do not overmix your dough. Just as soon as it all comes together, you stop mixing this, okay? So I used a total of 1/2 cup and 2 tablespoons of water for the dough. Don't knead the dough, just mix till it comes together. If you overmix this, your dough is going to be very chewy and not flaky. Then go ahead and wrap this up. Just wrap it in anything. I'm using a cling film. Then you're going to refrigerate this. One good thing about this is that you can just make your dough and just refrigerate it and place it in your freezer. It can last up to 2 weeks or more till you're ready to use it. Let's make the pie filling. To my pan, I added some oil, added some onions, and then I went in with some chopped garlic and stirred together till fragrant. After about a minute, then I went in with the minced beef and just stirred. You're going to stir this till the color changes from pink, okay, till it's no longer pink. I went in with some ginger powder, added some salt, added cayenne pepper, seasoning cube, and I went in with extra pepper. This is optional. If you don't like the heat, you can omit the pepper. I like it with a little bit of pepper, so that's why I added some pepper. And then just stir this properly till well combined. Then go in with the chopped potato and carrots. And go ahead and mix it all properly till very well combined. Then go in with some water, enough water to cover and cook the potatoes. Then you're going to cover this and let it cook for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, you're going to check the potatoes. If the potato is cooked, then you can go in with your cornstarch slurry. This is 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and water. This is going to thicken our filling. So just stir it up a bit. It's getting way thicker. So I'll stir it for about a minute. Look how juicy our filling looks. So juicy. Our filling is all ready now, so I'm just going to take this off heat and then I'll go ahead and transfer it to a plate for it to cool down completely. So always let your filling cool down completely so that it won't affect the flakiness of our crust in any way. Our filling is all done already. I'll just keep this aside. So it's been about 15 to 20 minutes and our dough has gotten way firmer. It's out of the fridge now, and now we are going to roll this wide and flat. If your dough is a bit too stiff, if it's too hard, you want to let it rest for a bit. It's going to get softer, then it will be easier for you to work with. Add some flour to your work surface and roll this. Don't roll it too thin, roll it a bit thick but not too thick. After rolling, then you're going to cut, okay? I'm going to use this cover to cut. If you have a cutter, even better. Just improvise with whatever you have and cut. This is the excess I got. I'm going to re-roll this excess and cut again. So after doing that, after re-rolling, I ended up with 6 pieces. To a bowl, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of flour. I'm going to add water. I'm going to form a paste. This paste is going to act as a glue to seal off the sides of the pie so that it doesn't burst open while baking. Take one of the cut dough and then you're going to roll this flatter, roll it a bit wider. So this is the cutter I'm going to be using. If you don't have a cutter, keep watching and I'm going to show you how to make your pies perfectly even without a cutter. Sprinkle a bit of flour on your cutter so that your dough doesn't stick to it. Then you're going to place your dough on just like this. Make sure that it's well covered like this. Then you're going to get your paste. Use a brush to brush the edges, brush the sides just like this, brush it all. Then you're going to go in with your juicy pie filling. So just take some and then add it in just like this. Don't overfill the pie. Make sure there is enough but not too much. Then you're going to cover it, press down properly. Then you take out excess dough if any, and then that's it. That's how to make the pie using this pie cutter. Look how beautiful our pie look. So beautiful. Let me show you how to do it without the cutter. So you're going to take one of the dough again and then roll it a bit flatter. Then you're going to use your brush to brush the edges, brush the sides as so. Then you go in with the filling. Don't do too much, just enough. And then you're going to cover it properly. Just cover it like this carefully. Then use your fingers to press down at the sides to secure everything. And then you're going to take a fork and then use the fork to press down like this to give it this classic Nigerian meat pie look. And that's it. That's how to make it with a fork if you don't have a cutter. Simple and beautiful. Line your baking tray with baking paper and then place all your pies in. I like to use a knife to form patterns like this on. You can make whatever patterns you want, or you can use a fork to poke holes at the top of the pies. We're done with that now, and I'm going to place this like this into the freezer for about 2 to 3 hours for it to get more firm. After about 2 to 3 hours, then this is what it looks like. Can you see it's way firmer and rock solid? I'm going to place them all in Ziploc bags. I always recommend you first place them in a tray and freeze first before placing it in the Ziploc bags so that it won't be all mashed up together. It's still going to retain its beautiful shape. So after it's firmer, it's easier for you to freeze in Ziploc bags that way. Then you can go ahead and place it in your freezer. It can last days, even weeks in your freezer, and it's still going to be perfect. This is 6 days later, and this is what our pies look like. It still looks perfect. It still looks great. So after bringing it out of the freezer, I'm just going to line my tray with a baking paper. Then I'll place my pies on one after the other. Make sure you don't place one on the other. I'm going to whisk an egg, and then I'm going to use the egg on like this. I'll add the egg wash on the meat pies to give it that shine. You see that shine that meat pies have is as a result of this egg wash. So make sure to brush it with some egg wash, then you can go ahead and bake. I'll recommend you always preheat your oven for about 15 to 20 minutes first before baking. Place it in the oven at 175 and bake for about an hour. It's going to take an hour to bake because it's really frozen. After an hour of baking, guys, this is what our pies look like. Beautiful, right? I know. And look at the flakiness of this. Look at the crust, guys. These were so beautiful. So if you find it really difficult to make pies because it's so stressful, you can do it in batches. You can make the dough today and then make the filling a week later. Just freeze it and you're good to go. Whenever you're ready for your pies, just bring it out and bake. In fact, it's even flakier after it's spent weeks in the freezer. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more amazing recipes. Thanks for watching and see you in my next one. Bye.